Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is update time. So about a year ago, year ago? Yes, it was a year ago. I made a video about Japan launching a satellite made of wood, LignoSat. And at the time, I was definitely intrigued, skeptical, impressed, all the things. But they said they were going to launch the thing in 2024, and here it is, 2024, and they launched the thing. It went up in a space capsule, and as of this recording, it is currently at the International Space Station waiting to be deployed. So let's get caught up on LignoSat, remind ourselves why we need a satellite made of wood, and find out what this might mean for the future of satellites. So on November 5th, 2024, the world's first wooden satellite arrived at the International Space Station aboard SpaceX's Dragon cargo capsule. LignoSat measures just 4 inches or 10 centimeters on each side, and frankly, it is super adorable and gives me kind of a steampunk vibe. LignoSat was developed by researchers at Kyoto University and Sumitomo Forestry. My video from last year goes more into how LignoSat was developed, so if you're interested in finding out more about that, I will post a link in the description. Megan Everett, the deputy chief scientist for NASA's ISS program, said in a press briefing, "While some of you might think that wood in space seems a little counterintuitive, researchers hope this investigation demonstrates that wooden satellites can be more sustainable and less polluting for the environment than conventional satellites." Conventional satellites, which we all know tend to be much more metally, are often made from aluminum. When they burn up in the Earth's atmosphere at the end of their lives, they generate aluminum oxides, which can alter the planet's thermal balance and damage its protective ozone layer. And you guys are pretty savvy about this. I feel like whenever I do a video about a satellite returning to Earth, like Aeolus, something like that, I always get comments from you guys that are like, yikes, the atmosphere, and you're not wrong. These impacts are becoming more of a concern as the Earth's population grows, thanks to the rise of satellites like SpaceX's ever-growing Starlink broadband network, which currently consists of 6,500 active satellites. And we all know they are not going to stay up there forever. According to mission team members, wooden satellites like LignoSat, which substitutes magnolia wood for aluminum, could be part of the solution moving forward. And they obviously would not be pumping such damaging pollutants back into the atmosphere when they fell back to Earth. Retired Japanese astronaut Takayo Doi, now a professor at Kyoto University, said metal satellites might be banned in the future. If we can prove our first wooden satellite works, we want to pitch it to Elon Musk's SpaceX. About a month from now, in December 2024, LignoSat will be deployed from the ISS's Kibu module. If all goes according to plan, the onboard electronics will record and beam home key health data for the next 6 months. Megan Everett said student researchers will measure the temperature and strain of the wooden structure and see how it might change in the vacuum environment of space and the atomic oxygen and radiation conditions as well. LignoSat team members said that a successful test could also have implication far beyond Earth's orbit. Kenji Korea, a manager at the Sumitomo Forestry Research Institute, said it may seem outdated, but wood is actually cutting-edge technology as civilization heads to the moon and Mars. Expansion to space could invigorate the timber industry. And it's not just about satellites. LignoSat, which is named after the Latin word for wood, is tasked to demonstrate the potential of wood as humans move towards the idea of living in space. Takayo Doi said, "With timber, a material we can produce by ourselves, we will be able to build houses, live, and work in space forever." Doi's team has a 50-year plan of planting trees and building timber houses on the moon and Mars. And the satellite is just part of the plan to prove that wood is a space-grade material. Kyoto University professor Koji Murata said wood is more durable in space than on Earth because there's no water or oxygen that would rot or inflame it. LignoSat is made of hinoki, using a traditional Japanese crafts technique without screws or glue. Once deployed, LignoSat will stay in orbit for 6 months, about 250 miles above the surface of the Earth, with the electric components on board measuring how wood endures the extreme environment of space. There, temperatures can fluctuate from -100 to 100 degrees Celsius every 45 minutes as it orbits from darkness to sunlight. So, assuming all of this works, it seems like the benefits are that space agencies could rely less on finite materials and alloys rather than something that can be regrown. Wood might be resilient enough to protect valuable space equipment, and wooden satellites that re-enter the Earth's atmosphere could cause less pollution than conventional satellites. And none of those are small things. I'm sure the idea of timber houses on the moon and Mars is still a lot for people to comprehend, but these baby steps have game-changing properties all on their own. And listen, airplanes were made almost entirely of wood when we first started flying, so it's not like this idea is totally unheard of. I think it's potentially a great idea that I think from our perspective seems a bit outside the box, but could end up being intensely practical. So I will keep an eye on the story and definitely let you know when LignoSat is deployed. Though at 4 inches by 4 inches, I'm like, will we be able to see it? Does ISS have cameras that can show like a baby satellite being deployed and a cute little wooden satellite being deployed? I guess we'll see. And speaking of ISS, when I was doing research for this video, I found this amazing video that NASA put out to celebrate the 20th anniversary of ISS. And I know that the ISS, it's not going to be around forever. So I really liked that this video celebrated how much the ISS has accomplished in the last 20 years and how it really got started by 2 space agency rivals turned allies. It's got some copyrighted music, so I put it over on my Patreon, so head over there if you'd like to see it. It's really pretty heartwarming. But let me know what you guys think of LignoSat. Do you have high hopes for wooden satellites, or is it maybe far less durable than we think? Or is this potentially a game changer when it comes to space materials? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.